Okay guys, just want to show you my setup. Got the bike together, got up here on Henniger. Now this is just a steep, unforgiving climb. It's like 500 feet every 4 miles or something like that. It's not that far, but it just, well, that's on the pavement, and then when I get up here it's like 500 feet per mile. It's really steep, but I'm loving the way those Kenda tires feel, and I haven't used them in a long time. I haven't set this bike up in 275 plus in a while, and man, those Kenda tires are just massive. They're literally, I'm going to hold them up against my 29er tires, but I think they're just a few like maybe a half an inch difference, not even that much maybe. But and then the bike weighed lighter with it than the 29ers. Of course, I had those really beefy Terraville Kessel tires, and those are really heavy. I mean, that front tire weighs as much as a cross-country wheel set. I think the front tire is like 1400 or 1400 something grams. But this bike comes in at 29 and change, 29.3, and then the with the when it was 29er, it was 33. So it is a big weight difference, even with those 29er wheels having those bird spokes. I have those wide rims. Even though these rims are wider, they're still 275. But I want to show you something before I head down and kind of give you a little history. When I first got into mountain biking, up here this is the most grueling climb from my house, coming over here, then going all the way up to Mount Wilson. And I did it a couple times last year. I'll do it a couple times this year, but it's a grind, you guys. You get fire road like this, but it gets steep, then steeper, then a little bit flattens out a little bit, but then steeper. But right here at the Henniger Flats Visitor Information Center, and right above it, there used to be a stand up there, and this is where we used to have our MWBA pancake breakfast. And I was an MWBA member for many years and helped out coordinate those pancake breakfasts. I made a lot of relationships with a lot of bike shops, and they donated lots of swag, and it was all about trail advocacy and trail work. We did trail work at least once a month. Was a big trail work thing, and then we also did in between. Some of the members had adopted some trails and dedicated themselves to maintaining those trails because they were close to their house. We did stuff with the Boy Scouts, so when they needed to do some volunteer work and do a project, they would shore up a trail for us or make some benches or something like that. Hello. But how's it going? But this is a trail right above Pasadena. You get great views. It's super steep, but once you get up here, you're fine. It's just a grueling workout. A lot of people hike up here, and now you see a lot of e-bikers, even Sur-Rons coming up here. Not too many Sur-Rons, but I do see them. You guys know what those are, the mini electric motorcycles. They're not like a full-on electric motorcycle, they're the mini ones. But, and then of course e-bikes are pretty much motorcycles too. But, you know, to each his own. I like it because it's a short climb, but it's a really good workout. And I've done it with my single speed, and that was a long time ago when I had more legs, because there was a couple spots on here with my single speed that it used to just, oh my god, it would kill me. And I would grind through it just like I did today. My goal is always to come here non-stop from my house, pedaling all the way. So it's about 4 miles from my house, not that far, and then just grind it all the way. So I'm gonna head back down. I just wanted to show you this, and I want to thank you guys for reaching out, watching my videos. I love the interaction, and honestly that's why I do it. That's I like talking about bike shit, and I like it when you guys ask questions and are into it. I definitely like wheels. I like frames. As you guys know, I like metal frames. I'm not really into carbon fiber, but there are some nice carbon fiber frames. I got nothing against them. I'm just, if I'm going to spend the money, I would probably get Thai before I would get carbon fiber. Or if I really wanted to go exotic, I would get like something that's made out of really high-end, you know, the high-end carbon fiber ones, like the smaller companies. One bike and you guys in the comments, because I'm sure there's one of you guys out there, remember when Spot had that Thai frame? Man, that was a nice frame, and I like it. And they also had an 853 steel frame. Of course, I have the 853 Niner. I don't know why Niner never came out with a Thai frame. Maybe they did. I think the guy that split off from them came out with his own Thai frame. But I think that's the guy that did Y Cycles. So anyway, I like bikes, you guys. I don't see the need to go full suspension, but now they're making some really cool full suspension steel bikes. So I like the steel bikes. So the Reeb is one, and then the Merman, I forget the company that makes that one, but they've got some nice metal full, even 7, you guys know I like 7. They make a titanium full suspension. So I don't know, that's just, it gets a little bit ridiculous when you get into Thai full suspension bikes, but you know, to each his own. So I'm going to head down the trail, and I'm going to pick up the speed, so it might get a little bit windy, and so I'll run the camera for a little bit, and then I'll shut it off. In the middle of the summer, this stuff gets really loose. It's not too bad right now because we've had colder weather and it's been down. But you always got to watch for hikers. I love the way these tires feel though. I feel like I'm just floating on stuff. So I'm interested to see how these do on El Prieto. I mean, I probably did ride them on El Prieto at one time. It just been so long I forgot. But this is a nice workout I used to do before work, riding up here. And let me tell you guys, here's what I think is important for guys that really get into mountain biking or into cycling. Pick a few hills by your house and time yourself and see what it is, what you're doing. Are you making any progress? Set some goals. I used to really get into that and try to set a goal to improve my time and, you know, see how many days a week I could climb up that hill and see if I climbed up that hill at the end of the week faster than the beginning of the week. And then that also squares it up where you feel like you're more fit because you're pushing yourself to be rested and ready to do that, and you're eating right and stuff like that. Now you guys know I like beer, so I'm not always eating exactly right, but I feel like I've earned a beer sometimes. I don't drink beer during the week. That's kind of what my thing is, to keep myself, except I was drinking beer during the week when I was riding a lot during the week. I admit that, because I was drinking with my buddies. But for me, drinking beer is like 1 beer or 2 beers. I've never been a 6-pack guy. I can't drink a whole 6-pack. It's just way too much liquid, especially beer. It just bloats my stomach. So, oh, there's the sun. It's been kind of overcast and chilly all day. Anyway, I'm gonna end this video. This probably is pretty boring for you guys, and I want to open it up, and it's gonna get too windy. I need to have like one of those cattail things over at the mic. They have a little sticker one. I don't know if they have one that goes on the Mini. I don't even know where the speaker is on the Mini. I'll tell you what, you'll know if you don't have good brakes on this trail. My friend who is my best friend that's a mechanic. Now this is one of the closest this trail is the closest trail to the bike shop that he used to work at, and so he would get a lot of people's bikes that came up here, and that came up here and like a daily basis. There's a lot of people that are retired or they just have the time, and they ride here every day, and so he would get a lot of those people coming up here on a daily basis. And he would tell me that, man, those guys' brakes were just so clapped out, and they would literally ride and grind their brakes to where it was just metal on metal. I don't know how they took it that far without noticing it, but I guess some people don't really pay attention, and of course that really messes up your brakes. But when he would ride down this hill, he would always beat me. He was fast. I don't really go that fast on straights like this. Well, we're almost done. I might as well keep it on. I haven't gone fast enough to drift a little bit, but he would drift. There's not too many hikers, but it's late in the day, and like I said, it was a cold, yucky day. That was the most sun we had all day, with just that little glimmer of sun coming through the clouds. It did that like once or twice today. I really feel like we're living in San Francisco or Seattle or something. It's June, you guys, and it's in SoCal, Pasadena, California, and it's been in the 50s and 60s, high 50s, low 60s. Doesn't drop down too much at night, but it's been just colder than normal. This time of year, we usually get 100-degree temperature, at least 90-degree a lot. But see how smooth this trail is? I almost feel like I like rougher stuff better, because I feel like I have more traction on rougher stuff. Now you can go down that way and go through the Eaton Canyon right there, but I'm going to go back up here. Technically you're not supposed to go through Eaton Canyon, it's closed, but I've done it before. I usually do it at night. That's what we used to do, is we used to come here at night and ride here at night. Well, just before night, because they close the gate, and then of course we're not going to ride up here to a closed gate, so we would ride out Eaton Canyon at night. Anyway, I will leave it at that, guys. Thanks for watching, and talk to you soon.